Okay, guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I am actually starting this video over. I was going to reshuffle, but Gemini, I feel like your message is the message that needs to be given to you. So I left your cards as is. I'm gonna give a quick intro and then we will get into your story. My alarm went off because it's so early in the morning. Y'all are not gonna hear this part, but I was talking about in my first intro, like how this is probably the earliest I've ever been up doing a tarot reading. And of course, I forgot to turn my alarm off. So it cut the video and just recording on your phone and like editing from your phone, putting two videos together to upload is just so much work. It is a lot easier on your computer, but my computer's old faithful, so that just takes a really long time. So it was like, I could stitch these two videos together and be waiting the whole day for it, or I could just start the video over. And I said, we'll start the video over. So welcome in, you guys. This is going to be your reading, everybody's reading, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Love readings for the month of June. I am going to get started with Gemini because we are in Gemini season. But before I tap into y'all's reading, quick few shameless plugs. I don't even know if I introduced. Y'all, I'm so irritated about that damn alarm. I'm aujhaaye. This is SunshinehazeCo. If you want personal readings sent to you every month, you can become an SHC member. The Patreon link is in the description box. I also have just one-off personal spreads, which you can book with me. That's down there as well. If you find that these readings resonate with you or that you're finding that you like the messages, go on and leave me a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. You can also send this video to one of your tarot friends. And let me know in the comments how it resonates. Anything else before I hop back? Oh, yeah, the most important thing for me. For me, my birthday is coming up. We are in the best month. My birthday's on the 29th of June. I am a Cancer, a little Cancer baby, Sun, Moon, and Venus, actually. If you are feeling generous or want to show some gratitude or love for all of the free spreads and astrological game, numerical game, spiritual game that I put out, feel free to hit up my Cash App, which is right there. You can also check out my Amazon wishlist link, which I do have down in the description box. All right, those are all the plugs. Let's get into it. Gemini, before, let me wave my cards around so I know. So I know when to timestamp this. All right, Gemini, before my alarm went off, that makes me so mad. Before my alarm went off, I was giving you a story. I was like, you got two, Citrus, don't start. Do not start. I will put you in your little cage. It is too early. Sorry. Sorry, y'all. Citrus is like, oh, you're up? You trying to get rowdy with me? Like, these are her hours. These are not my hours. I pulled two. You are really out here playing games. I don't know why you're doing that. You have a scratch pad. You about to get real reacquainted with this spray bottle cat. Back to what I was saying. When I pulled your cards, I was like, dang, Gemini, you got two, I hate to say it like this, you got two lonely cards. But then I went into a story. I was like, that's really actually not the energy that I'm getting. And now I'll kick into that story again so I could tell y'all what I was talking about. Coming from a personal space is where I'm actually going to give y'all perspective today. So anybody that knows me personally knows I have been single since... since 2014. Like, I have not been in an official relationship since 2014. Okay, I've done my dirt. I've had my situationships. I've had my relationships that were not official relationships. I've mixed and mingled, but there was I'm still single. There's a long period of time in there in which, I was not, there are several periods of time in there in which I was not mixing or mingling or doing anything and just focusing on myself. And that is the energy that I'm really picking up for with these cards here. You got standing alone in the Hierophant. So what I'm getting, Gemini, is for some of you, and again, this is, I did not say this in this video, y'all. This is for singles and partnered people. Man, that alarm really threw me for a loop, and I'm trying not to be irritated about it because it's not that serious, but like, I didn't even, I already said all this stuff in the first intro. Anyways, this is for everybody. It may resonate, it may not. Charge it to the game. If it doesn't, check out the timestamp for your moon, rising, or Venus sign. I get that for some of you, you're either in a space or coming out of a space in which you have had a romantic connection or a partnership or just, I already said connection, in which you've been dealing with somebody and it just, you know, maybe the time has passed. Like, you know, these things have cycles. Maybe that cycle is done. And for whatever reason, you just feel like you're the one holding all the weight, or you feel like you're the one giving all the love, whichever way it rocks, or you feel like you're not receiving anything from anywhere, from anybody. It could go either which way. What I do get, Gemini, is going back to what I was saying about there being those periods of time in which I was, you know, single. I'm saying what's coming through for me, because why am I speaking to my singlehood like it don't exist? Because it definitely very much so does. During these times, because it's been a long time, I've had several people, friends, family, even my parents, like y'all, that really look at me and be like, wow, she's lonely. Or like, oh my gosh, she's been so hurt in the past that she's just given up on love. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. Now, very recently, after all the nonsense back in the day, yes, that was very true. Now, moving on from that, moved into a space in which it very much so became about learning what my heart needs, what my heart wants, how I operate, and the type of person I want to be when the type of person I need comes along, right? I feel like that is the energy coming through for you today, especially with this, or today, this month, especially with this Hierophant card. You know what, y'all? I'm gonna finish this video, but I don't think I should do readings in the morning, because like my brain is my brain's not jumbled. I think the words are not, the connection between the brain and my mouth are not all the way, the synapses are not all the way there just yet. I feel like maybe I need 30 more minutes, maybe 15, we'll see. But I feel like, Gemini, you're in a space in which you're getting ready to really rediscover yourself in your heart space. What I will say is, and I keep it very real in my readings, for those of you in relationships, you might be coming up on a close on that relationship and going into a chapter of what I just call singledom, you know, getting ready to be by yourself for a minute. For those of you that are single, but you still have cords of attachment, or something is still weighing heavy on your heart, this is the space in which you get ready to start healing from that. Like, you are going to go through the motions, you are going to go through the reflections, and this period is meant for you to figure out, you know, what went wrong, so to speak, how you let your heart down. I think I don't know where that came from, but that's an important message, I feel like. And it's also going to be a time for you to really figure out what you need in love, what you need in life, because love and life go hand in hand, right? And how you want to be in love as well. This is a very reflective period. So it's not just about what's been done to you. It's also about what you've been doing to others in your past. I didn't say this in this video. I told y'all in the other video to take a look at your romantic history, not just your most previous relationship. I also gave a message about codependency. It didn't roll out as smoothly in this video as the other one, but I also was speaking about, you know, this may be a time in which you need to start looking at your romantic history, as I was saying, and start thinking about, like, have you been in these relationships or these situations just so that you wouldn't be alone, just so that you could have somebody, so you could have companionship? And because of that, what have you endured, and what have the other people endured, and how can you heal from that? And you don't, I'm sorry, I'm not necessarily you need to reach out to other people to heal, but if you feel like closure needs to happen, then make the closure happen. Just, you know, be mindful about opening up them doors. I will put that out there. And that's all I'm going to give to you guys today, Gemini. I'm so sorry. I wish that my alarm did not go off. I still might put up that first Gemini reading as a little one-off, because that was a good message. I'm so mad at my alarm. I might still put it up. You know what? I'm probably still going to put it up. It's going to be pretty much the same thing, but I feel like I articulated it better in the first one. But either way, it rocks. I hope that this message resonated with you, Gemini. That's all I got for you as far as love is concerned for the month of June, okay? You want more personal insight, a more in-depth reading, you can book one with me. Hit those links up in my description box. All right, let's tap in for Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising, and Cancer Venus. So what's happening on the love front for the month of June 2023 for people with those Cancer placements? Positive energy, please, because I'm 3 out of 4 of those. I'm 3 out of 4 of those. I couldn't imagine life with also a Cancer rising, because life with all the Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Venus is already a lot. It's already a lot. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So we still got a little bit of Gemini in there. And then in that deck, releasing for Gemini. Tapping in for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for June 2023. There's a card that's upside down on my deck. If you guys are familiar with my readings, I rarely read with what? That's so crazy. Those, I need to, hold on, y'all. I think that's a message for me. Okay, no. Tripping I am. But there are some, I know what card it is, but I can't think of what it's called. It's a, oh, there's a lot of upside down cards in my deck right now. I wonder what happened. One of my numbers are not very, it was this one. That's the one that I saw upside down. Which is, but now I feel like I gotta go through the whole deck, because why are so many of my, something must do. I don't, the way that I shuffle, I rarely get reversals, so I don't, if I notice that I have upside down cards, y'all, I will flip them, because if a reversal comes out for me, that means it really is a reversal. And yeah, sorry. Y'all gotta give me a moment. Y'all gotta give me a moment. Yeah, see, I must have picked up half of the deck, and sorry y'all, because I'm not, and I'll time, y'all know I'll timestamp this, but if you're still here, or if you're waiting for some, listen, just give me a second. Just give me a moment. Trying to shuffle too, because a lot of these cards, I must not have used this deck after cleansing it a lot, because I'm like, my cards are not very shuffled. But I was shuffling, so I don't even really, you know what? It's whatever. Right. But we got one card for you, Cancer. Sorry. All right. Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising, Cancer Venus for June 2023. What's the energy? What's popping on the love front for people with those Cancer placements? Positive energy. Now that we've got fresh deck. You know what? Did I put that damn card back in there upside down again? Which is blowing me, because that's one of my cards. Like, that is a Cancer card. And I swear. Oh, I didn't. Okay. Okay. I don't know what Cancer and Gemini got going on, but we're in Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and we're looking at love for June 2023. What is the energy for people with these Cancer placements? Eros and Thanatos and the Ace of Materials. Excuse me. Okay. Excuse me, Cancer. The first thing I got was competition, and I don't like that. But I will say that you got the Ace of Materials on the other side. And even though this is not necessarily a competition card, that's the energy that I got from it. You got threes, 3 amplified by 0. You've also got a 1 here, which are big manifestation, planting seeds numbers for me. And it's also Cancer, I'm getting a lot of interesting messages for you. Maybe that's why your cards is going so crazy. So the first thing that I get is competition. I'm going to just read, I think I'm getting 3 different messages. I'm going to read them like that, then I'm moving on to Leo. The first message clearly that first came out was competition. And I know that I triggered the song I was singing by way of what I said, but like I ain't heard that song in I couldn't tell you how long. So anytime music comes out in my spread, I pay attention to it. Or my spreads, I pay attention to it. And so like that song coming with competition makes me makes me feel like it could go one of 2 ways. Like there is somebody out there, or you've got suitors, and one of them is really like, no, you are mine, And I don't care what has transpired, what you've done, what I've done, what kind of distance is in between. This is gonna happen. I'm gonna make it happen. Give me a little bit of time, but like I'm getting ready to rock and roll, right? I also, on the other side, get that you might feel that for some other person, but I also get that, Cancer, there might be somebody that you are dealing with. Clearly this message is for single, well, maybe it's not for single Cancers, maybe it ain't. There could be somebody that you're dealing with that has, got a little roster, and you on the roster, and you're aware of the roster, and you're aware of who's on the roster, and you might be like really putting yourself in a position to like where you like, I'm about to prove myself and I'm about to show you why you need to drop this roster. That is one message that I get for you. Another message that I get for some of you Cancers is that I think this one is more so for people in relationships, or people who have been, I don't want to say courting, people who've been courting each other. People who've been dealing with each other, courting each other. I get that something could very swiftly go in a different direction. Either way, actually, for some relationship people, I get that this could be moving forward into either like a more stable relationship type of thing, like even marriage, or like children. But on the other side, I do get Cancer that for some of you relationship people, this could mean that somebody's actions could cause a breakup and create some sort of single situation, like a new situation for somebody, a new foundation. Anything else I get for Cancer? Y'all got like 3-4 messages, and that's really it. I'm trying to do better with not trying to draw out the messages when I ain't got no more to say. So that's all I got for you. That's it, Cancer. If you would like some more insight, a more personal love read, you can book one with me. Click on that link in the description box. You got Taking the Plunge on the bottom of the deck. Why am I getting like spin the block energy, Cancer? 1 + 1 = 2. You got 11 there too. And look at that. Eros and Thanatos right under it. I think that message is for you. I wasn't going to do this. Am I picking up on that spin the block energy? Somebody wants to spin the block, but they are either you, or they are either like, I don't know if that's going to work, or you're blocking them out. They could actually be blocked, or you could be blocked. Not sure. Anything else for Cancer? Because I don't know why that came out so strong. I get a message. This is a 7 of Emotions, 7 of Cups. I get the telepathic communication here. This is going to sound so crazy for some of y'all, but for water people, probably not. Some of you guys have been feeling who this spin the block person is, and the best way I can put it is, and it might be on a conscious level too, but more so on a subconscious, on a spiritual level, y'all's higher selves are in communication with each other. I do get that it is like, there is a pushback on some sort of end. I'm not sure whose, but somebody is pushing back, or somebody is trying to keep it out, or not do the communication. But like the way the connection is set up, there is spiritual, like y'all are either coming to each other in dreams, or like y'all are sending each other like spiritual number messages, or messages in music, or like by way of thing, like y'all know what I mean. But I get spin the block energy, and with Taking the Plunge, that is so weird. That is like, but you should do it. I don't know what that's regarding, Cancer. For some of y'all, that could involve a Pisces or a Scorpio or another Cancer. The moon card is all water, but it is associated with Pisces. All right, Cancer, y'all's Pisces that's about to spin the block. Maybe give it a chance, or another chance, I guess, is if we're spinning the block. Oof, gosh, I thought these love readings were going to be smooth and easy and breezy. Beautiful cover girl this morning. And not that they're hard, they're just not going as fast as I wanted them to. Like, we're already 20 minutes in, which means I'm spending a little too long on each. Each reading should be 5 minutes. So to Leo and forward, sorry, but y'all are not about to get as much grace as Gemini and Cancer, because I do have things to do today, which is why I'm getting this out the way first. All right, let's clear for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and tap in for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. For June 2023, what's the energy for people with Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements? We will flip that after we pull some tarot for you. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is the energy on the love front, in the heart space, for people with those Leo placements for June 2023? Doubt and indecision and the Four of Voices, Four of Swords. Okay, that right off bat, that is troubles. Like, that just gives me troubles. For some of you guys, there's this like energy of, this is very interesting for Leo. So it tells me that some of you guys are operating on your shadow side, because Leos are very confident, very, you know, you're considered the star of the zodiac. You guys are the superstars. Superstar. Free, quick question read for the first person that can tell me what that reference is from. Superstar. Okay. I do get that some of you Leos are operating on your shadow side. It may not have anything to do with your relationships or your romantic involvements, but for some reason I get that you might just be feeling a little off your game. Like, I don't want to say that your confidence took a hit, but your energy might be feeling like your confidence took a hit, if that makes sense. Like, nothing may have necessarily happened. You might just be going through some motions. You guys, you know how it is. Sometimes we have up days, we have down days. And I get that maybe right now, Leo, you might be experiencing some down days in which you're not feeling like yourself. You are not feeling as, attractive as you normally do. You may not be feeling as, strong as you normally feel, or as, I don't know. You just may not be feeling it or feeling how you usually do. And that may be affecting the way that you operate, speaking to your heart space. And this could go in for people in relationships. This could also go for single people. I get that you're very much so in your head this month. Moving away from just the confidence message, speaking to people, I do have a message for people in relationships. For some of you guys, you need to be mindful of that paranoia. How can I say this? The best way I can say it is there is nothing going on, but our thoughts and our words have the power to manifest, which is why if you ever watch my readings, I'm always like, be careful of the way that you think, be mindful of how you speak, because you will speak or will some shit into existence. This is very specific, so this particular message is not going to resonate with everybody. If it don't, charge it to the game. If it does, give me a little thumbs up. For some of you Leos, whoever you're involved with, you are feeling like they might have something going on the side, and they don't. I'm laughing because whoever this energy is pertaining to is almost funny, because the way I feel is like they got too much going on to also have something else going on the side, and you'd be kind of crazy for thinking that. But alas, Leo, you think it anyway. But whoever you think it has something going on the side, they don't have anything going on the side right now. However, I will tell you, you keep thinking and willing and speaking that, they gonna have something going on the side, probably right in front of your face fairly soon. But that, you will have to take a little bit of the fault for that, because being in your head and thinking all those negative, doubtful, fearful thoughts, you're kind of helping them manifest. So, your doubt and indecision as far as that situation is concerned is actually misplaced. It's paranoia. And, Leo, you might have to look at yourself and see why you think that. Are you feeling that way because you've been out doing dirt? And if you've been out doing dirt, then you need to get real with yourself and stop deflecting. But what you're thinking is not what it is. I think, why is your message so hard for me to get out? There's confusion here, and I think that's the energy that I'm reading for you. What I will say, I think the message I'm going to leave you with for love this month, Leo, is that if you want positivity and peace and light in love, you have to move out of the negative headspaces that you create for yourself. You also have to be more realistic with everything that is going on. Like Leo, if you have been doing dirt, or if you've not been putting in the effort or the right type of effort, you cannot expect a return of butterflies and hearts and unicorns and sparkles. Like, you get what you put in. And if you haven't been putting in what's needed, you're not going to get what's wanted. And you have to be okay with that. And now, as far as going back to that doubt and indecision card, stop being paranoid. Quit being paranoid. And then speaking back to the confidence energy, Leo, you know, reignite your spark, because your little spark being put out is kind of putting a damper on everything in your heart space, and it's causing a little bit of confusion for yourself. Not necessarily anybody outside of you, but for you, you're not seeing the game the way it's actually going down, is what I'm getting for you this month, okay? Again, that was supposed to be general, but I know it got a little specific. If it resonated, give me a little thumbs up, okay? Let me know how so in the comments. That's all I got for Leo. I'm going to leave that there for you guys. All right, let's get into Virgo next. I am really debating on like if I should do these readings and then take a quick nap and then go get my workday started, or if I should just power through and go. Well, my workday has already started with these readings, but if I should power through and just go do my second gigs right after this. I'm probably gonna take a nap. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I won't. All right, clearing for Leo. Tapping in for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for June 2023. On the love front, what's popping for people with these Virgo placements? What's happening in love, in the heart space this month? Clearing for Leo. Tapping in for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I think that's your card, because it flipped. You got the Three of Emotions. That's the three. Ooh, Virgo. That's the Three of Cups. You got standing up. Ooh, Virgo. What in the hell? What y'all got going on this month? Okay, Virgo. Let's get into this. This is for both singles and partners. Take what resonates, whatever doesn't, charge it to the game. Find the timestamp for your Moon, Rising, and Venus sign, or your Sun sign, depending on which one you started with first. I get like two different messages for you guys. For some of you Virgos, and I think this goes for Virgos in relationships, I get that I don't know. Okay, I think maybe it's coming for both. Some of you are bored. Some of you are feeling like, I don't know if it's necessarily a break, but some of you are needing some space. And I don't know if that means like a breakup space, or if you just need like a weekend away. And Virgo, I don't think you know either. With the way that your cards are set up here, look at this. It is the Three of Cups, but I also read with imagery when I do my readings. And this very much so gives me like three different ideas, three different thought paths for you, like confusion in the brain, even though we're talking about the heart space. So confusion in the brain connected to the heart space with these cards. For some of you Virgos, I really do feel like you need a breather. I don't know if you're feeling smothered or if you're having second thoughts about what you've involved yourself in for whatever reason. But I am getting that you are having thoughts, and your thoughts are putting you in a space to where you're like, I feel like I need a little bit of time just to get all of these thoughts together. You guys are Virgo, you're ruled by Mercury. Y'all are the, I'm gonna think about it and think it through and analyze this several times over and possibly overthink it. And then I'm gonna come back to you with the solution that actually works. For me or for you or for both, just depends. But I do get that, Virgo, you want a little bit of space. You want a little bit of time. I'm getting like you're feeling overwhelmed, a little bit of drowning here with this being a water card. This gives me the energy of, trying to, I guess we getting a visual. Virgo, what I see is like not necessarily somebody like all the way drowning, but somebody who's kind of like, you know, a little bit far off from shore. They can see the shore, but they're like, damn, the tide's it's a little rocky out here. Have you got, okay, y'all probably have never seen this, or maybe you have if you are like me and you just be on Google and watching documentaries. I forget what the movement is called, but in the ocean, even like close to the shores, there are like little strips of the water that have really rough tides, and like people can drown in them. Like you just be out in the ocean swimming not very far off, and this little tide hits, and then you're done. How do I know that? Where did I get that tidbit of information? On Google one night, high searches, looking up Alcatraz and like people escaping from Alcatraz. Why, I could not tell you, but I did learn that from that Google search. And so I'm kind of getting, but I guess sunlight in this particular vision or visual that I'm getting for your cards, Virgo. But like that strip of water, but I'm so sorry, y'all. I feel like it's not super rough, but it's like you're trying to cut through it to get to the shore, but every time you cut through it, you get tossed back and you're like, I am just trying to get to the shore to get dry for a little bit. Like I can come back out in the water, but like give me a second. And that's kind of the energy that I'm picking up for you. So I feel like Virgo, I don't know if you want to be single, but I do feel like you need a break. You earn a vacation or some time or a weekend, because you know in relationships breaks can turn into breakups. So I don't know if that's the route that we're going in. I did want to speak a little bit to this Three of Cups, Three of Emotions card, because when it comes up in a love spread, that is Peter Panky cheaters energy. Virgo, now with everything that I said, and you guys either being bored or feeling like you need a little bit of space, it is possible that if you take that space, you might find yourself mixing and mingling with somebody else while still having cords of attachment to whoever it is that has you feeling this standing alone, like you need a little bit of time energy. And I like that's all I got for that message. Like you may have a third party situation coming in, and it may honestly be by your hand, Virgo, but it could also be on the other way. Ace of Voices, ooh yeah, y'all gonna have, for anybody that message resonated with, yeah, you probably will get into some third party energy, and it may, if you're in a relationship, that it could be the initiating point of bringing that particular relationship to a close. I'm going to leave that at that, Virgo, because now we getting into the personals. If you want some more insight on that, book a personal with me. The links are down in the description box. Excuse me. If that resonated with you, let me know how. I do like to hear from the people. Libra is next. I'm like, is my pet in trouble? Is she in her little cage? Because I don't hear her moving. Oh, y'all, she's not. She is actually sleeping peacefully. Oh my gosh, I am so shocked. Wow, Citrus is chilling. And you know what? I'm gonna let her be. I am going to leave her be. She is chilling there. Empty space bother me. Okay. That was very Capricorn rising to me. All right. Clearing for Virgo, tapping in for Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. For June, regarding the heart space and love, what is on the horizon for people with those Libra placements this month? All right, Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Clearing for Virgo, tapping in for Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. June 2023. What's popping on the love front for people with those Libra placements this month? Doubt and indecision. 10 of emotions. Okay, Libra. Well, I was gonna be like, oh my gosh, I get two very different messages, but and then I literally like see the scales and it's like, oh, y'all are Libra, so this makes sense. One of these messages will probably resonate with you, the other one probably will not. Both of them might maybe bringing in some balance, right? You got doubt and indecision. You got the 10 of emotions, which is the 10 of cups. You've also got a 9 here with this card, okay? So this gives me wrap it on up energy. And I don't mean that in the sense of the boom, boom, room, bedtime escapades. I mean, wrap it on up, close this chapter, close this cycle. With the 10 of emotions, and this could be for anybody that's single. This could be for anybody that's in a relationship. Speaking to single people, this could mean, you know, like you maybe need to come out of the chapter of just being so to yourself and being so isolated. For people in relationships, this could definitely mean like, all right, this little connection has run its course. You've gotten what you need out of it. They've gotten what they need out of it. And it's time for you to charge it to the game and move forward. And, you know, take your lessons and your growth and go get into something different or not. You know, it just depends. For some of you, I am feeling like the best way that I can put it is like, you know, a blocking your blessings type of energy. On the flip side, I get that for some of you, it's like there could be somebody around you that is actually giving you 10 of Cups energy. And 10 of Cups is wishes fulfilled, heart space is popping, heartstrings are being played like a harp, being tugged at like a little guitar, but in a good way, you know, being fulfilled. There could be somebody around you that has this offer for you, Libra, or that you are currently connected to that does give you this, and for whatever reason, and you know what, I'm not going to say for whatever reason, because a shadow trait of Libra, when you guys are not operating in all of your light, paranoia is one of your biggest shadow energies. So like you could be in a situation or be talking to, it doesn't have to be a actual situation, you could be talking to somebody that comes with this 10 of Cups energy for you, that does have all of this to offer. But for whatever reason, and whatever the reason it is, the paranoia of Libra, you're like, oh my gosh, it's too good to be true. You could be blocking your blessings, Libra. There, you could actually be fine. And I believe we have several soulmates in this lifetime. So I'm not going to say this could be your one, but this could be one of them ones. You feel me? Like this could actually be one of them ones. And instead of you opening up your heart space, which is wild because you are ruled by Venus, instead of you opening up your heart space and giving it a chance, you're kind of like, no, which I mean comes from your experiences in the past. But I try to tell people, especially in my love readings and for clients who book love readings, I try to tell people I knew that something had bit me and I feel like it's a mosquito. That's bothersome. I was like, my hand is itching. I try to tell people that, sorry, that little itchy, man, do I have some rubbing alcohol out here? Y'all gonna have to give me a second. And now I'm about to have to spray off all over. It is mosquito season and it rained yesterday and I keep my window open when I sleep. I can't sleep with it being stuffy. We found a cotton ball. I just need the rubbing alcohol. I'm gonna have to be a G and wipe this with rubbing alcohol because I have been itching it. Ooh. Well, it's not bad, it doesn't hurt. Yeah, that's a mosquito bite. You know what I will say though, y'all? Up until I was like 24, 25, getting bit by mosquitoes, like I think I used to be allergic to, well, anybody who welts up from mosquito bites is allergic to their saliva. But I used to welt up really bad from mosquito bites, and I am so glad that that does not happen to me anymore. But then I will also say that may also just be because of where I'm at. Like that would happen to me when we lived in like Texas, and then also when I lived in the DMV. So I'm like, I wonder if it's just the bugs out there are just more savage. I don't know. But back to what I was saying about y'all's reading before this little mosquito bite threw me off. Um, you know, you could have an offer for love out there, an offer for something out there that somebody wants to give you and is actually really good. And you just blocking your blessings. You like, oh, I don't think it could play out like this. I think it's too good to be true. Libra, like I said, being Venus ruled, it be a little heart chakra for a minute. You know, see where it takes you. Now, on the flip side, going back to when I was saying like, oh wow, I got two very different messages for you. For some of you, I do get like a what's the saying? Devil in sheep's clothing. Like, I get very much so charmer's energy, manipulative energy, possibly by way of a water sign or somebody who I hear you now. I said you wasn't gonna chill for too long, huh? You just weren't gonna chill for too long, were you, Citrus? Huh, girl? As I was saying, devil in sheep's clothing, possibly water sign or somebody who, best way that I can put it is not very emotionally mature, just by way of the cups card. But I get somebody trying to like, I don't know, trying to manipulate you. Did that word come out? Yeah, I need a nap. I do need a nap. Trying to manipulate you into the best way I'm getting is like what I'm getting is like manipulate. Y'all, what I am seeing is like this, like a house with like a barbed wire fence. And what that tells me is like trying to manipulate you into some sort of controlling ass situation. So if this part of the spread resonates with you, you need to get the fuck out of Dodge ASAP, ASAP, like Rocky, okay? And I'm going to leave it at that, Libra. I think we gave enough for both sides of the scale. Some of y'all need to tip that scale. And if you need a little bit more insight on how to do so, book a personal with me. These readings are going very like summer chills. Some not so much. That went from, okay, Libra, to, ooh, Libra, oh, what? All right, now we're going to get into Scorpio. So it's so quiet for these couple of hours that I was up, and I feel like now that it's about to be 9 o'clock, people are about to start making noise. I really hope not, though. Like, it would be nice to have a peaceful day on this property. Okay. Clearing for Libra, tapping in for Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So what's the energy on the love front for people with these Scorpio placements for June 2023? What's poppin'? Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Oh, maybe if I can pick up the tarot deck, I'll let y'all know. All right, clearing for Libra. It's happening for Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Love messages for June 2023. What's popping for people with those Scorpio placements this month, as far as the heart space is concerned? Sweet surrender and the Six of Voices. For some of you, this is also very much so spin the block energy as well. I think that's a big, I think that's a theme for water signs this month, because Cancer got a similar message. You got sweet surrender and you got the Six of Voices. I am getting spin the block energy here for you guys. So for those of you who somebody from your past is popping back up, maybe you should give it a go and see what it's hitting for. I do also get that for some of you, there could be either a romantic interest or somebody that you're actually with or like involved with pretty seriously. But there's what I get is like almost like a little bit of a stop, like you guys could be more, or you could be going or growing. Let me use the word growing. You could be growing together, but instead of growing and going together, you're kind of just almost in like a love purgatory with each other. Like y'all are together, or y'all are talking, or y'all are dealing with each other, but you're not taking the initiative to level up. Your cards here do say, Scorpio, that this is possibly something that you should give a little try. Like, you got sweet surrender and the Six of Voices, and so that's where I'm getting from the Six of Swords, is where I'm getting the spin the block energy. But I'm also getting like that is an energy of release, but not in the sense of like let it go. I think this is like a release the reins is the message that's coming in for you guys. Like, release the control. Don't be so guarded. Like, you guys are water, but you're probably you and Cancer can go toe to toe for who's the most guarded, but you know, you can be a softie sometimes. And I get with this energy here, like, it is time for you to let up. It is time for you to be a little bit more open. It's time for you to be a little bit more receiving. Scorpio, be loving. I don't know why I'm getting like you guys are being so hard. Like, you don't have to be that hard. You can be a little bit softer, especially if somebody is trying to show you love. And I don't like to use the terms right and wrong in my readings, but y'all know what I mean when I say the right type of love, like, because we've probably all experienced the quote unquote wrong type of love. So I get that for some of you guys. And again, for anybody who's single or in a relationship, you could just be dealing with somebody who is trying to actually pour into you, Scorpio, and you got your stinger up. You got your little hard body shell up, and it's just kind of like, yeah, I see you, but I don't know how I'm feeling about it. And I might just sting you just because. So, you know, ease up off of that a little bit. You don't have to be so mean. Just because somebody is showing you love and light doesn't mean that there's, you know, bad intentions behind it. I get for some of you Scorpios, there's an energy here. Well, every time somebody's shown me this, it's been followed by some nonsense or some bullshit. But I'm not necessarily picking that up for the energy here. Scorpio, I will say that, you know, the way the energy's coming out is like, really, you the one that's on bullshit right now. Like, you need to get it together, because you actually have something good that could be playing out for you or unfolding for you. And you could be blocking your blessing as well. I think, was that Virgo that got that? Or maybe Leo. I don't know who got it. Or maybe I said that to y'all already in the beginning. But, you know, open up your heart space. And if it doesn't work out, it just doesn't work out. But like, you're never going to know if you don't try. And, you know, being as hard and as closed off as you are currently can actually, you know, they can cause problems for you in the future. It can start making people, like, when you put that energy out, people do pick up on it, and it can deter people from even wanting to see what you hitting for, see what you about, take you on a date, or whatever the case may be. So for anybody that this resonated with, whoever you were thinking about when I was saying somebody's trying to show you love, that's probably who this reading is regarding, and you should be a little bit softer with them. In doing so, I think they will teach you how to accept softness in your life. You know, the phrase, oh, living my soft girl, or I'm entering my soft era. I feel like this person wants to give you that. And Scorpio, I don't know if it's because you just so used to doing it for yourself that you're like, I don't know. But either way, like, your love language ain't gotta be gifts to receive some love. Like, let love in, let some light in. And I'm gonna leave it at that. For real, y'all, I'm not a morning time tarot reader. I'm learning today. I mean, like, I'm getting y'all the messages, but this ain't for me. This ain't for me. I'll be back to catching y'all in the evening time. Straight up. What's after Scorpio? Sagittarius. See? I ain't even got my signs in order. All right. Oop. That slid. Page of materials. Scorpio, for those of y'all that message resonated with, it definitely applies if you were dealing with somebody who has Earth in their big three, or prominent Earth in their chart. Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. All right. Clearing for Scorpio. And why do I, hold on, do I have another? No, that's not another mosquito bite. Okay. Clearing for Scorpio. Tapping in for Sag Sun, Sag Moon, Sag Rising, and Sag Venus, June 2023, as far as the heart space is concerned. So what's going on the love front for people with those Sagittarius placements this month? Alright, Scorpio, tap in for Sag Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for June 2023. Love, what's happening on a love front for people with those Sagittarius placements this month? The sweetest taboo and the 8 of materials. Sag, this is interesting because while these cards sound good, I'm getting trickster's energy from this. Like I am getting, the best way I can put this is, first of all, the sweetest taboo could tell me that some of you Sagittariuses are actually dealing with somebody who, two things. You could be dealing with somebody a little unconventional, or you could be dealing with somebody that you just shouldn't be dealing with. And that could be in terms of like somebody that you've dealt with before that you know is not going to work out, or like just somebody that you really shouldn't be dealing with. I don't know why it's coming out like that, but that's the way it's coming out. And then, you know, the 8 of, this is a love read, so my cards come out differently for when I do love reads. So the 8 of materials, while it typically is a card of like growth and stuff for me, I'm looking at the imagery here, and this person has hands behind the back is the way that I'm getting it. It's like they got something up their sleeve is the message that's coming out for me. So Sag, what I will say, and this is a single and a partner's read, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't, hit your timestamps for your other signs. But I get that you could be involved in something or getting ready to involve yourself in something this month that feels really good, that might look really good on the surface. It could even be something that, it could be something or somebody that you meet through work or somebody that you do work with very closely. I do get that there could even be like why do I want to say false notion? I don't know where that's coming from, but like this like false picture of growth and building, if that makes sense. But Sag, I am not getting good stuff from your spread. Like you might be feeling all good, fine, and dandy, but I'm just getting that you need to stay on your toes. You need to stay on your toes with this, because behind your back, there could be some other shit going on. This could even be other people. Like this person that you're involved with could be giving this same type of energy to other folks. I'm just going to throw that out there. Let me pull one more card for y'all. Ooh, y'all. Y'all got the 7 of emotions. What I say, this just might be some other things going on behind your back. The 7 of emotions, 7 of cups is my secrets card. So doesn't necessarily mean that they could be cheating or they could be involved with other people, but it does mean that there is something that you need to look out for regarding whoever this person giving you this little sweetest taboo energy is, because it's not all as it seems. You got the 8 of materials and the 7 of emotions, which is the 8 of pentacles, and the 7 of cups, which also, Sag, gives me this energy of like, do you have a good job? Like, are you successful? Like, is your money right? Because if it is, the person you're dealing with could also be trying to latch on for a ride, a financial ride. Be mindful. That's all I'm gonna, that's it. I don't even, like, the way this reading is making me feel like it's almost disgusting me. Like, how dare you? It's what I'm getting. I don't know why I'm feeling like that. But if you want some more personal insight, I feel like y'all gonna either need a relationship or a money reading. You can book one with me. My link is in the description box, okay? And let me know how that resonates with you. Any of y'all Sagittarius got tricksters around you? I'm curious. I hope not, but I am curious. All right, we are going to get into Capricorn next. Y'all know how I was like, I wish we could have a day of silence here. They already in the parking lot blowing fucking grass. They've been doing that all week, and I'm confused because we don't have no grass. We don't have grass like that. Like, the grass over here is almost non-existent. I was like, what do you be blowing? What are you in the parking lot blowing? That's what I don't be getting. Excuse me. That was an ASMR gulp. Some rose tea. I'm sorry, y'all. Clearing for Sag. Getting into Capricorn. Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, and Capricorn Rising, and Venus. This is the love read for June 2023. Love. What's happening on the love front? What's going on with the heart chakra, the heart space? Like maybe one more shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Clearing for Sag, tapping in for Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for June 2023. So what is happening on the love front in the heart space for Cap, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus this month? Ideal romance in the Knight of Voices. Some of you guys, right off bat, you may have an air sign coming in for you. Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, and I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a Capricorn rising, and I avoid them Aquarians. But I do get that some of you guys might be getting involved with an air sign of sorts, or somebody with those air placements in their big three. Excuse me, or prominent, oh my gosh, excuse me, prominent air in their charts. You guys, I'm not a morning time tarot reader. I was so excited last night to go to sleep, to wake up early to do these readings, because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get the readings done so early in the morning, then have my whole day. I was not anticipating being so sleepy throughout the readings. Like, I don't think morning readings are for me, but that's okay. We're going to get through this. So that message of possibly an air sign coming in is very general because it is a court card here. What I will say though is on like a deeper level, what I get from these cards, Capricorn, is probably not what anybody was expecting. I get that this is a month, Capricorn, in which you actually are going to be taking some time to gain some clarity, gain some insight, and really tap into using, reflection and introspection, tap into your own personal heart space, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like Capricorn, for some of you guys, and it's interesting, for some of you guys, I feel like some of you guys have been quiet on a love front for a while, and then for some of you guys, I feel like it's been chaotic on a love front for a while, and that could mean either like just multiple situations, or possibly a situation with with much chaos, swirling around in it. But either way it rocks. I feel like moving away from whatever your recent history in love is moving you into a space in which you're kind of stepping into what does my heart really want? What does my heart really need? What do I want? What do I need? What am I looking for? What am I capable of? kind of rediscovering your own heart space is really what I'm picking up for the month of June. I get that this might actually be a month of like self-love practices and routines for you, like with this clarity energy coming in for you. And this, like, this is anytime I get like air cards in love, it's like, oh, realizations, epiphanies, things becoming clear, things becoming known. And with you having ideal romance, I'm not picking up on like, oh, you're getting an idea of who the person is that is for you, but you're getting an idea of that energy, because you are going to be figuring out what you want that energy to be. This is almost like a manifestation month for you for love. And this reading probably resonates a little bit more with the singles. Sorry for the couples. If you need some more insight, you could just book a personal with me. But I get that this is almost like a manifestation month for you as far as like your love. What's the word that I'm looking for? Like I don't know. But this is a month in which you are kind of putting all your love lists back together. Excuse me. Whew. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to get that yawn in there. But, you know, this is a month, like, I'm almost getting bullet list energy. You know what I mean? Like, have y'all ever seen, oh, you know what? I might be dating myself with this, but, like, for anybody that is from my generation, do y'all remember that show on VH1 with Chili? And it was, like, Chili's list, or, like, Chili's, I don't know, but she had a list of stuff. It was actually, like, you know, back in the day, people were like, oh my gosh, she's so crazy. But now that I'm grown, I feel like I should maybe go back and watch it again and see if her list was really that wild. Because now that I'm grown with boundaries, I'm like, nah, Chili might have been onto something. And I feel like that is the energy for you. Like, you are kind of getting, the show is not called Chili's List, but like, you kind of getting your Chili's list together. It's like, you know, what do you want? What do you need? And what is not going on that list? I think that's important for you to realize and understand too. Like, while you're putting things on the list, you also got to be mindful of what you don't want on the list, and making sure that you keep away from people that present themselves with things that you have not put on your list. This is your filter month. Is the best way I can, well, maybe not the best way, but this is a filter month for you. A manifestation and a filter month as far as like what you need in love goes. And I'm going to leave it at that, Capricorn. Self-love too. Self-love is a big message for you guys this month, because it's come out a second time as I was getting ready to wrap up your cards. You got the world, cosmos, the world sitting on the bottom of the deck, which tells me that there's cycles closing and new cycles starting. So for those of you guys that are in relationships or just recently came out of relationships, this message is very much so on key. This is a time for self-love for you to figure out what your heart needs and what your heart wants, okay? Okay, Capricorn, I hope that resonated with you. If it did, let me know in the comment section and give me a little thumbs up. And the first siren of the day, Capricorn, Aquarius. All right. Clear for Capricorn, tapping into Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for June 2023 as far as love and the heart space are concerned. Let's pop in for people with Aquarius placements. Right, clearing for Capricorn, tapping in for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Venus for June 2023. And what's happening on the love front? What's happening with the heart space for people with these Aquarius placements on board? The Game of Love and the Seven of Voices. Aquarius. What's coming out is you talk a good game. And I am so sorry, but why do I feel like that's being directed to you? I'm not getting that on your partner or your little situations energy. I'm getting that as direct, like, you talk a good game. Aquarius, I'm feeling like you are not feeling whatever, and this doesn't surprise me. You guys are known for that detachment energy, and this one's interesting. I'm getting that you may not be wanting to permanently detach, but right now you might want to detach, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like you were like, I want to do this by myself for a second. Or I just want to be by myself for a second. I need a little bit of space. I might circle back around to you, but with that being said, I'm not getting that is what you're saying. I feel like you might be presenting this idea to your partner or whoever you're dealing with, in a way that makes it seem like they want the space, or that, like, it's not you, it's me type of energy. The Seven of Voices, the Seven of Swords gives me very much so, like, I'm getting like a manipulative kind of like secrets type of energy, the game of love here. Aquarius, this also tells me that you could be dealing with some other people outside of and this message is going to be a little bit more specific. If you're an Aquarius in a relationship or in a partnership, I do get that you may be juggling multiple partners. And even if you're an Aquarius in a relationship or in a what's quote unquote an open relationship, I get that you might have a couple more partners than your partners know about. Like, and I don't really know anything about open relationships, but my understanding, the ones that tend to work well are the ones in which, like, there's open communication and understanding of everything that's going on. And I feel like you might be taking advantage of that and being like, oh no, I got 2 lovers outside of you, but you really got 4. And then your partner is going to be like, or one of them partners is going to be like, well, my G, like, if you have 4, why did you just say you had 4? Why are you telling me you got 2? So now it's an issue because you're lying and you don't need to lie. I am getting that energy. I want to go back to the message of what I was getting with you wanting to take a break, wanting to dip out. Aquarius, for those of you that are feeling like, you've worn out your welcome, or a love situation has worn out its welcome, there's this energy of cords of attachment here that I'm getting, like, but I'm getting hooks, not necessarily cords. Like, I'm seeing like fish hooks, and for me that means like somebody doesn't want to let go. I also get this energy of plotting. I don't know where that's coming from. Aquarius, some of y'all's partners was plotting on you, and that could just mean like they were trying to get with you for a long time. Some of y'all, that could mean like they're trying to trap you, or they did trap you. I don't know what that means. I don't know where that's coming from. But I am getting like Aquarius, you might be over it, but that partner hook, line, and sinkered you. And so now it's a matter of getting the hooks out of you. It's not just cords, it's hooks. Intentional hooks, okay? With the Seven of Swords, it's just like you got to stay on your toes. You got to keep your eyes peeled. You have to look out for things. But I will say that you definitely need to be mindful of the energy surrounding love regarding you. But then you also need to be mindful of how you're moving in love as well. Like, especially if you're in a situation in which you can have multiple people and you're not being honest, like, sit with yourself and start to think about why be dishonest when you could just be honest and it could probably be okay. Is there anything else that I'm getting for Aquarius? I really think that's it. If you would like some more personal insight, you can book a personal love reading with me. My links are down in the description box. I'm gonna leave that at that for y'all. Oh, I didn't give y'all's song. Aquarius. No, Taurus. Alright, let's get into Pisces next. Okay, sorry, I know I'm taking a lot of a lot of pauses, but I have to keep adjusting windows in here because I keep hearing their noise. Citrus, you are just making me nervous. I don't like you just staring at the deck like that because it looks like you're about to go wreak havoc. One moment, y'all.
Are you going to wreak havoc, cat?
Cat. Okay. I don't understand what they be in the parking lot blowing. I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. Alright. Sorry. But that's what timestamps are for, right? Clearing from Aquarius, tapping into Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for June 2023. What's popping on the love front for people with those Pisces placements? So what is the love energy for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising? And Venus. We forget we're doing a love read. We are doing a love read. Clearing for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And Venus. Oh gosh, tap it in for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So what's the energy for people with those Pisces placements for love? June 2023. What's the energy? Heavy reminiscing. Now why Pisces? Heavy reminiscing. You wish it was different than what it was. Y'all got jealousy and possessiveness of the Five of Emotions. You got the Five of Cups. Pisces, I got your little swimmers. I got a few different things for y'all. The first thing that I get, why am I singing SZA? I've been up, baby. Heavy on the missing you. Wish it was different than what it was. Pisces, some of y'all are missing somebody. And I definitely get why everybody, some of y'all are missing somebody, and I'm feeling this big energy of regret. Like some of y'all probably very much so did some Pisces ass shit, and whoever y'all did that to was like, I'm out. And now you feeling it. I don't know, now you feeling it, and it's not feeling good. You got the Five of Cups there. Sadness. Why do I feel like soulmate? Oh, Pisces, is that the one that got away? Is that what I'm getting here? I also get that Pisces, you could be watching this person. You could be watching this person just to keep tabs on them, see what they got going on. Citrus, you sound like, nah, I don't like what I'm hearing. What are you messing with? Yeah, I knew it. Leave the door beads alone, please and thank you. that you be watching them just to keep tabs on them, and that every time they post some good stuff happening in their life, you get a little, you got jealousy and possessiveness. And so like I'm not necessarily like jealous, but I do get Pisces that you be peeping and creeping to make sure that they haven't moved on. But I will say, with whoever the person is that you're thinking about, they're not very like, I don't know if they're guarded or if they're like secretive, but like you don't have a good sense of what they're doing, and it drives you crazy. Now, heavy reminiscing, heavy on the missing you. There's definitely somebody that I feel like you're not in communication with. And if you are in communication with them, it's somebody who the dynamic of your connection has changed tremendously from what it used to be. Now, on the other side, another message that I'm getting for you, Pisces, is that you could be like in a situation with somebody who you don't want to be with, or you could be dealing with somebody that you don't want to be with, or I also get for some of you guys, somebody from your past that you didn't necessarily want to be with could be circling back around, and they could be on this like, for some reason I get that you either have or could be opening up a door to let them back in or to try it again. And hey, I can hear you scratching on whatever you're scratching on. Opening up the door to try it again. But with the 5 of Cups, like that's no bueno. Like that's same all. I don't think that you should be. I'd leave that alone. Leave that in the dust. Opening this connection back up, Pisces, is gonna like, and I don't know if it's on your end or the other person's end, but I'm gonna be honest, because I'm talking about Pisces, it's probably the other person's end. That jealousy and possessiveness comes through very much so for them. So if you go back into a situation with this person, and I don't know why I feel like this, but I feel like it's going to be the same old thing. So for whoever this message resonates with, and you know this is somebody that's possessive, what makes you think, yeah, people can grow, but I feel like this person has not grown? Like, this is just going to be kicking it back to what you was doing before. And you know what? That's the best definition of insanity. So Pisces, if you want to do that, you go on and you do that. But I would not suggest it. So yeah, there's potential there for you to fall back in with somebody that is just not really that great for you and is very controlling and very jealous. There's also another message for Pisces of some of y'all really in the trenches of really thinking about y'all's one that got away, and I'm not really sure what else to tell you about that, but you could book a personal reading with me if you feel like you need one. Let me know how those messages resonated in the comments for you, Pisces. We're going to get into Aries. Next, we're clearing for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Venus. Tapping in for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of June 2023. What's popping in the heart space? What's happening with the heart chakra? What's happening for love for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Clearing for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Tapping in for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for June 2023. What's happening in love? What's happening in the heart space? What's going on with the heart chakra? That flip, that's your card. Alright, Aries, what y'all got going on? Soft whispers and the Queen of Emotions. Okay. That's interesting, because I didn't off bat get a message for you. For partnered Aries, you could be or even maybe not partnered, but for involved Aries, because it doesn't have to be in like an official relationship. But for those of you involved with somebody, it is highly possible that they could be dealing with or being enticed by a water sign individual. That's a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Just gonna throw that out there. That's, you know what, Aries, that's all I got for that. Anything else for y'all? 3 of Voices. It's 3 card. You know what? Okay. I think it's coming through now. Aries. What I get is external influences on whatever you got going on. I am getting a very specific storyline, so this may not resonate with everybody. If it doesn't, charge it to the game. Check out the timestamp for your other signs. I get that for some of you, there is a partnership or a situationship or a relationship, whatever the case may be, with somebody who still has cords of attachment to somebody outside of you. And I don't know if that's by way of like an old relationship, by way of kids, by way of like work. I don't know, but the the best way I can put it is like, Aries, if they moved on with you, excuse me, it wasn't, not to say that it wasn't their choice to move on, but it's almost like it was their option. Like that was the last option for them. Like, I don't know if you were the top option. And I know that sounds kind of shitty, but I'm kicking it to you how the cards are coming out. So like, I'm getting this energy of like, you know, they maybe put what they really wanted or who they really wanted to be with on the back burner or on hold for whatever reason. And then you popped in, and not to say that you popped in and took them away, but that could be the narrative. But, and then you popped in, and then they developed something with you that just worked. But I'm not getting that it's all the way like super passionate. I feel that they may have felt that with somebody else at a different point in time. Now, the reason why I tell that story is because I think that person's energy is starting to pop up again. And the way it's coming through with the cards, you got soft whispers and a 7, which comes in with some truth, right? And you've got the Queen of Emotions, which comes in with some passion, which comes in with some feelings and some intuition. And then you got the 3 of Voices, which tells me that this could possibly bring in a little bit of heartbreak, okay? External influences on whatever it is that you have going on. There are conversations going on that may not even have anything to do with you, but conversations that are causing the people that, or the person that you are romantically involved with, to start looking at their connection to you in a different light. And what I'm picking up on is that they're starting to look at it like, do I even really want this? And Aries, if that's what's coming up for you, you know, the way the cards are rocking on the other side of that, is looking like it may not play out the way that you had originally expected. I keep it very real in my readings. I don't sugarcoat anything. Like, I did not want to kick this message to y'all because it's not the best one, but like, you know, this is the real. Aries, you guys are cardinal. You guys are cardinal fire, so you know a little something about passion, and you know a little something about feelings. Aries, you have to get real with yourself and look at your situations and see, like, is the passion actually there? And if it's not, then it's okay to start, you know, figuring out what your next step is, figuring out what your partner or the person that you're attached to, what their next step is. But it doesn't make sense to force it and to keep it going and to keep it moving. You know, when something has run its course, it's run its course. But yeah, with your cards, it looks like you got some outside energies that could be playing a factor here in the month of June. So I'm gonna leave you with that. If you need some more personal insight, which it seems like you might need some more personal insight, book a love reading with me. All them links are down in the description box. All right, let's get into the last sign, which will be Taurus. And you know what's crazy, y'all? I was like, these are taking so long, but they're actually about the same amount of time as all of my other readings. I think just being up so early in the morning really has me feeling like I'm dragging. clear for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's tap in the Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for June 2023. Love. What's happening on a relationship front? What's happening on a love front? What's happening with the heart chakra and the heart space? The Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Clearing for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'm tapping in for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for June 2023. What's the energy for people with those Taurus placements for this month for love? Love space, heart space, romantic space, all things. A lot of y'all getting that standing alone card for the month of June, which is so wild because it's summer. Well, you know what? It ain't wild. Summertime is not cuffing season. Summertime is not cuffing season. It's not. So I'm not surprised. Taurus, I get that with these cards here, this very much so gives me self-love. Like, you don't even really need to be focusing on anybody else this month. Like, you need to pour into yourself. I do get an energy of like feeling depleted energetically, which is interesting because I feel like it's coming from work or coming from some sort of obligations, but it's popping up in your love reading, so I don't know. But I am getting that message that because of that, you need to take some time this month to really pour into yourself, to really, there's a message of get back to yourself. So I'm not, you know what, romantic love is not coming through for you in this spread, Taurus. It really isn't. I'm only getting like self-care, self-love for you. So I'm sorry for those of y'all that was looking for some romance because it's not coming through in these cards. With the Empress card, I do get that, as I was just saying, it's time for you to pour into yourself, to build yourself back up, to do a little bit of healing. I mean, I don't know why I get physical healing too, like healing your body as well. So for some of you guys, that could mean like doing a cleanse or something, or you know, some yoga or, you know, just getting some different routines in place that make you feel better, like working out, whatever works for you. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Whew. Y'all are the last read. Y'all are the last read. And I'm like, I'm not taking a nap, but I'm probably going to go take a nap. But I'm only going to take like an hour nap because I do have things to do today. I don't want to be out all day. Anyways, back to what I was saying for you guys, Taurus. I get that it is time for you to pour into yourself. I also will say a little bit of a love message here for those of you guys that are involved with somebody. I do feel like it doesn't feel like you're involved with somebody. Like, it's almost like this person is kind of just taking up space in your space, or you're just taking up space in their space. I am getting a little bit of an obligatory message, like y'all have to take up space in each other's spaces. I don't know if that means like kids, or you happen to like run a business together. This is very specific. Like, you happen to either run a business together, or you could possibly have kids or something of the sort, or like a lease that's not finished. I don't know, but I get that even though you might be in each other's presence, there's not necessarily like a love connection anymore for some of you guys. It is what it is. The only message I can give you with that, Taurus, is try not to be mean. I don't know why that's your message, but try not to be mean just because that didn't work out. And even though you may not want to see that person as much as you do for the time being, you have to. And it makes more sense to just, you know, operate in a cool and copacetic way as opposed to causing problems. So, you know, be chill. Not to say, you know, get walked all over and everything, but like, you know, just keep it cool, keep it cute. There's no need for the drama. There's no need for the nonsense. There's no need to make situations difficult or more difficult than they need to be. Like, this is the time for you to focus on your growth, yourself, self-love. And if you do have to see this person or deal with this person throughout this time, you know, try to extend a little bit of that to them. Maybe they just need to have a little bit of that energy rub off on them in order for them to stop being so whatever they're being to you. I don't know. That's a very specific message for somebody. But yeah, Taurus, I also get that some of you guys, if you are involved, that you might want to be single I think that might have been the most obvious message with these cards, but I decided to get all deep and into it first. But yeah, I do get that you may very much so not want to be with the person that you're being with, or if you were just dealing with somebody, you may just be over it. You might be like, all right, this is it. On the flip side, and I give all the messages, I do get one other message for another specific for somebody. For those of you guys that are trying to pour into something, I may have already said this, trying to pour into something, I get that time may be up, like that situation may have run its course, so it's really just you pouring into it, and it's not needed because it's time to snip on it anyway. But I think I'm gonna leave it at that, Taurus. I gave y'all hella messages. Like, I gave y'all several different reads in that one little 5-minute read. But if any of that resonated with you, let me know how. And if you need a little bit more detail, you can book a personal love reading with me. My links are down below in the description box. Thank you guys for sitting here and rocking with me, being almost delusional, starting at like 7 o'clock in the morning, because it was early, y'all. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. As I've said after every read, let me know how those messages met you in the comments. Give me a little thumbs up if this reading resonated with you, any of your signs. Share this video with any of your tarot friends that need a love reading for the month, and make sure you are subscribed to my channel so you can keep up with when I put out new free readings and new content and all the things. And then for those of you guys that want to get a little bit more into it, you can become an SHC member. It's a SunshinehazeCo member. My membership started at $10 a month, and you get personal readings, access to all of the full astrology videos, numerology learning series, the chakra learning series, some journals and workbooks, and whatever else is in there. So I got 5 different tiers. There's a lot of shit in there. I don't know, y'all, but they start at $10. So if you want a little bit more than just these general collective reads, you can become a member and get some cool personalized stuff every month. I also have one-off personal readings. If you're like, I don't want to pay you every month, but I might pay you for one reading, you can do that too. That is booked down below. And booked. You know what? Just do it. Just do it. Because clearly that link is down below in the description box for you to book with me if you need to. And then what else? Oh, I did not say this at the beginning of the video, but I do have a lunar tarot journal out, which has tarot pages, tarot spreads, and journal prompts, and moon information for each new moon and full moon and eclipse for the 2023-2024 astrological year, which we are just barely getting, well, we're about a third of the way through it now, because we're getting ready to go into Cancer season. We're fourth of the way. We're about a fourth of the way through it now. But we're still at the beginning. That is also only $10. So if you want some new moon rituals and full moon rituals and journal prompts and tarot spreads, check that out as well. And then lastly, I did say this at the beginning of the video, but I sure am gonna wrap it up with this too. My birthday is on the 29th. Y'all, I be putting out free readings all the time. So tap into a little bit of universal law and show some gratitude and some love, and hit up my Cash App or grab me something from my Amazon wish list. I appreciate all forms of gratitude, especially the monetary forms, and we know that. And I feel like it's best to be real. But I also appreciate all of you guys' comments and likes and all the things, because those do help make my page and my channel more visible and help me get more clientele and more followers and more subscribers and all the things. So thank you guys across all levels. I do appreciate it, and I hope these love messages found you well. Thanks for kicking it with me so early in the morning. I don't know if I'm gonna upload this today or tomorrow, but either way, it rocks. It is, I don't even know what today is, but I'm gonna get online and do some live pulls on TikTok later on tonight. So if you want some free yes or no pulls, meet me over there. I also do readings in my lives, minimum $10 purchases. So there's that. Find my links on my channel to get to my TikTok and follow me on there so you can see when I go live. And I'm rambling now because I am so sleepy, but I finally got these June reads up and I'm happy. I feel accomplished. You guys have a good weekend, rest of the week. Have a good one, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. I will catch y'all next time. Peace.